Hey guys, it's Battle95, and I hope you guys are get ready to get chaotic with me because I have a new cool deck that I want to showcase. Before that, I would like to start with a quote from Plato, and Plato said, "Courage is known what to fear." Thus, I call this deck mind frightening finish, due to the fact that my basic win condition is to get my opponent's creature down to zero courage, so that I can play Emnaul's ability to discard two magic cards, destroying my opponent's creature. Uh, how I'm able to do that is using Gan'trak. So Gan'trak has a really cool ability that attack damage doesn't deal to like energy to like attack damage. It rather deals to the stats. So trying to lower his stats down through Gan'trak, and on top of it, it's a double whammy of having attack cards that also make your opponent lose stats, specifically courage. Only way I can consistently use this combo, I was thinking about it, and I put in Million Foothold Commander. There's not a lot of Mujik counters in this deck. There's not a lot of Mujiks, so therefore it's natural to put them in there. So I'm able to constantly do this combo because I get one back, I discard two, and I get one back. I discard two, I get one back. So that's pretty insane. You can have three fighters in this. You can have Lord and Blood, Servant of Ainu, Brainwashed, Blades Brainwashed, or Roll Doi. Those are really your three like main creatures. The reason for Roll Doi is you can put a Magma Shard on him, and he's able to defend your chieftain. Intimidate Courage 30, which is insane. It's like dealing 30 free damage. Another one, good one is Lord Blood, Servant of Ani. Put him with a Blitzsicle. It just has really good synergy with itself. Um, you know, and then yeah, I hope you guys really like this deck. Hopefully you guys can see why I called it Frightful finish, and the fact that there's a huge obsession with energy gainage and healing. That discipline upkeep is in people's minds. So that's why it's so frightful to see a Gan'trak deck, because you really aren't prepared to fight against it well. And as we can see, we fought against Tartar PSI Overloader, the supposed weakness to my deck. And high courage creatures, all creatures, all his fighting creatures had over 100 courage. So that's insane. I was still able to win with that. So I hope you guys enjoy this deck. I know I did, and like I said, my opponent definitely did not. But let's get chaotic, and I'll see you guys later. And welcome to another really cool deck that I like to call Frightful Finish. I hope you guys like my intro. I enjoy making them. So let's begin. Let's begin. Let's get into the game. That's what you guys are here for. Um, I will post the deck list in the background, um, in the descriptions below the video, for you guys to see and try out. So I guess I would like to start kind of explaining everything in my deck. It starts off with Gan'trak. So all my attack damage is dealt as damage, or like reduction in my opposing engaged creature's disciplines or stats. And like I said, it was a downward whammy when if I focus on courage, I can deal damage that uh, that transfers into stat reduction, while also in the attack card reducing his courage. So once I reduce all of his courage to zero, I use Emnul's ability, discarding two major cards, and I destroy target engaged creature with zero courage. After I do that, I use Million's Foothold Commander's ability. It's kind of triggered innate, um, and I'm able to return a major card that I just discarded back to my hand, and I'm able to do this 6 times, basically for the 6 creatures that I'm going to use this insane combo on. How I'm going to increase the combo or the output um, is using cards like Tartar PSI Overloader, or Tartar. Ugh, sorry, this is Tartar PSI Overloader. Lord Van Servant of Ani, um, with Battle Gear of Van Blood's Sickle. As you can see, attacks played by equipped creature gain the opposing engaged creature loses 10 courage. Basically, it says in my head, um, deal 10 more damage, because we're viewing courage as energy at this instance. Plus, he has a brainwash ability of exhaust all disciplines 5 to your opponent. That means every single time he plays my opponent plays an attack, he's gonna lose 5 more courage, and that's very beneficial towards me. Uh, Nunkworn is here because of his ability. The fact that he has water helps as well. His ability that attacks played by Nunkworn also counts fire and water attacks. And I'm able to put balls and Mount Converter on him because of Gan'trak. He never actually does deal 25 damage. He just deals 25 damage to stats, or like reduces 25, or like reduces his my opponent's stats. Um, so yeah, and I use Roldoi to defend with Magma Shard to defend my 3 chieftains over here, and he's got a really cool ability of Intimidate Courage 30. So basically, that's Intimidate Energy 30, because I'm viewing Courage as like energy in my deck. He has a Waterproof 25, and he'll gain 25 energy just because he's equipped with this shard. So yeah, he's tank. He's a tanky. He's a tank kind of creature, meant to take a lot of damage, and more than likely he'll be able to reduce my opponent's courage to 0 pretty soon. But yeah, Lord of Blue is definitely your mean fighter. Corn is there to kind of be shiny and kind of, you know, get your opponent's creatures to like, oh, maybe I'll attack Noncorn. Yeah, you want to defend with Roldoi if any of the 3 chieftains are attacked. So yeah, moving on. I think it was his. He won. He won the roll dice, so he was able to attack first. Ended up being Curious City. Overall creatures gain 10 energy. Doesn't really matter because I'm really here just to reduce your courage. As you can see, I have very like even 0 build points can deal a lot of damage. Like for this one, for instance, deal 25, or to Journovate, I just had to lose water, and my opponent loses 25 courage. It's like really insane. This one, for instance, it's a 0 mana or 0 build point. Sorry, I played too much Hearthstone, I guess. 0 build point, kind of lose 15 courage, or like lose 15 to all stats. So that's fine. Yeah, so out here, you can see me trying to explain Gan'trak's abilities to my opponent, since, like I said, he's not played too often. So yeah, a really cool thing about Gan'trak and Maxor Protector of Perm's ability is that since I don't deal any actual damage, his ability just doesn't stack, and he'll just only deal like the damage he's supposed to deal, and not any of his like ability damage. So you can see Riptide. So 1 build point, basically 25, 35, 45. 1 build point minus 45 courage. And if you're reviewing courage as energy, 1 build point minus 45 energy. It's really, really broken and insane. And obviously you have the limitations of Gan'trak and having to play Emna-Ul, which aren't the strongest creatures on the planet. So yeah, and this is probably the best attack in my deck, Rancorous Projection. And what I really, really, really like about this card is more like I have a very high chance of of reducing my opponent's stats to 250. It probably take me like 1 or 2 attacks to get him down 250. And you can see Tardek's highest thing was Courage and Wisdom, and I was still able, with 2 attacks, still able to, or actually it was Max or Protective Firms, with 2 attacks, able to get him down to 50 and able to do 40 damage plus the 10 from Boros Elemental Converter. So now he notices that, oh man, I could actually play Tardek's abilities and destroy one of my chieftains, and so he's gonna try to code Emna-Ul. I kind of had the bright idea of, I'm gonna waste a Mujic counter because I'm gonna I need to do this anyways. I'm gonna waste like a Mujic by playing specific diminishing, uh, making sure my Emnet Ul loses 20 to a discipline of my choice, and I end up losing wisdom so that he can't just code me straight up, and he ends up actually using another Tardarek music counter to counteract that, and so my Emna Ul is code, so I won't be able to just discard two music cards, and then and then destroying my creature. I'm gonna have to do it kind of the old-fashioned way with Gan'trak, just getting all my creature stats or my opponent's stats to 0. That's like I said, it's actually easier said than done. People they rely on energy way too much, and they fear the unknown, and Gan'trak is definitely the unknown, and yeah, I'm able to capitalize on this. So my attack next, I think I end up attacking with Lord Van Bloot. I don't know why I wouldn't, since he's kind of like the main fighter in my deck, and I end up fighting with Lord Van Bloot. Really cool location that I just received. There's really literally no drawbacks to playing this card if you're playing a Morelian like chieftain deck or like Morelian minion deck, for you, because if you lose a chieftain, you can get it back with this. So if you look at this, when this becomes an active location, each player may return a chieftain from the discard pile to unoccupied space on your side of the battle board. Well, guess what? One of my chieftains just got destroyed. It's in the discard pile. I'm just gonna bring it back here and be a happy camper, be a happy chaotic player. The second ability of it is Morelian minion creatures gain water 5, which is really, really, really cool because all my creatures are Morelians or minions. And the initiative courage is really, really nice too as well, since my creatures have pretty good courage on average. So, and I'll just destroy the courage anyways. So who cares? So he starts off with the attack. He's got like a little hybrid. He does some elemental, some stat-based attacks, and that is the way to go. I think, in terms of that. So Riptide, 1 mana, and I dealt 50 damage to his courage, and that's insane. It's like I can't tell you how insane that is. If you are just specific on reducing one stat, it can be done. So he plays Flame Blade, Siren, not very effective. I may be down to 30 energy, but all I really have to do is get his courage down to 0 from 45, and look at that, 45, right there, and then actually 50 to courage, and because he's a 50, I use Anomal's ability. I'm gonna discard 2 music cards. Doesn't really matter which one. You should have reason of why you chose these. I put Harmonies of Water in there because I knew that because he has elemental like based kind of a deck as well, he was not gonna be into elemental hate. So there should be reasons why. So my opponent seems kind of salty. He probably wanted to have a good battle, but if you're battling against Battle 95, you better get a water bottle because you'll be super salty. Sorry, that was a really terrible joke. But yeah, this is just my deck. I hope you guys like it. I really like it. This is probably something I'm going to be playing often, and I'll have other cool highlights. The reason I wanted to highlight this one is because, Tardarek, his average courage was 100, and max protective perm is 110. That's on the higher scale. That's like 95 percentile, 99 percentile of courage. on creatures. So I was able to defeat them, even with such high courage, and the supposed Tartarak PSI weakness, because I have 3 chieftains. You know, it's kind of hard to pick. Oh, which one is the one that I should probably destroy? And I mean, it should have been Gan'trak, but Emna Ul was just such an easy target because it didn't have Mind Robe, or it didn't have a weightless energy vessel. So that's why reason why he did it. Ended up kind of backfiring him since I ended up getting my Pillar Reservoir anyways. But yeah, so that's about it. I hope you guys, like I said, really like this deck. Comment, question, like, share, anything. I'll be making more videos and more different types of videos. For instance, thinking about doing like a guidebook, like a guide video of building attack cards. As you can see here, like attack cards are super important in a deck, and you can have the most overpowered creatures, and if your attack deck sucks, your deck will suck. And yeah, so let's get chaotic, guys, and I'll see you guys later.